If you suffer with low self-esteem and self-confidence, don't worry, this video got you covered. Hey everybody, Lou here from Stretch and Grow. This video is a super special video because it's a mobility routine that will instantly increase your self-confidence and self-esteem, which I know is a pretty bold claim, but don't worry, it's backed by science. But before you get started, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Please give the video a thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated because it really helps the channel grow. Now, we all know that our thoughts and feelings affect the way we look. For instance, if we have a negative thought, it's usually going to be accompanied by a negative feeling. And then in turn, we're going to start to adopt a negative look, meaning maybe our face starts to look a little bit grumpy, or we start to adopt a negative posture like slouchy shoulders. However, the reverse is also true. The way we hold our bodies affects the way we think and feel. I'm going to say that again. The way you hold your body affects the way you think and feel. So I'll give you a great example. I'm from New York and I take the bus and train a lot. And I could be on the bus and now the bus is empty and I could be listening to like a motivational podcast and I could be feeling super good. But let's say that bus gets crowded and I have to start to squeeze up and start to take a really tight posture. And my shoulders start to hike up. I start to look down because in New York, you don't want to look anybody in the eye because then it becomes a problem. No matter what I'm listening to, I could be listening to something, again, super motivational. I'll start to feel anxious. And this was a bit of a puzzle to me for a long time because here I am thinking super positive, listening to something positive, but I'm starting to feel negative. And this was a huge mystery for me. Until one day I came across a TED Talk by a woman named Amy Cuddy, which we're actually going to leave in the link below because this TED Talk fascinated me. It was a complete game changer. What she talked about was something called power posing. And what power posing is how you hold your body affects the way you think and feel. It also affects how confident you are. For instance, a good example of this was, hands on hips, shoulders back, head held high for up to 2 minutes. Testosterone will increase by 20%. And believe it or not, your stress levels will also decrease by 25%. But the reverse is true. If you start to adopt a negative pose or a low power pose, for instance, like the one I take on the bus where I'm squinching up, my testosterone will decrease by 10% and my cortisol levels will go up, which is my stress levels, by upwards of 15%. So this talk, again, was a complete game changer for me. And this is something I watched quite some time ago. And I use this theory anytime I'm feeling a bit low on self-confidence or my self-esteem's a little low or I feel a little bit depressed. So today, the mobility routine is going to be about the power posing theory. Particularly, we're going to be focusing on the shoulders. So we're going to think about pulling the shoulders back, chest up, head held high. All right. So the only thing you're going to need for this mobility routine is a doorway and also some type of stick. I'm going to be using my Swiffer right here. And these are the only two pieces of equipment you need, a doorway and a Swiffer. All right. So let's get started. All right. First stretch we're going to do is a doorway stretch. What I'm going to do is palms facing towards you, right? And I'm going to step through, pull the shoulders back, keep the chin up. And all I'm doing is thinking about squeezing my shoulder blades together. And you should feel a nice stretch towards your chest and your bicep. And all you're going to do is take nice deep breaths. And we'll hold this for about 30 seconds. All right. So remember, keep the head held high. And nice, deep, solid breaths. So we're thinking about slowing down. So me being from New York, I have a problem with talking fast. And that's usually why my anxiety is so high all the time. So here we're thinking about slowing down, pulling the shoulders back, nice, deep breaths, standing tall. And this is a great stretch for a lot of us because a lot of us sit all day. So most of us do have slouchy posture. So remember, even if you just hold this stretch for 2 minutes, you're going to get the same effect. Increased testosterone and then lowered cortisol. Let's go one more breath. And good. From here, we'll shake it out. All right, from here, what we're gonna do is something called external rotation. So all you're gonna do is take your arms at 90 degrees by your side, thumbs out to the side, and all you're doing is turning your hands backwards. And you're thinking about, again, pulling your shoulder blades together. So I'll turn around real quick, and I'm just really trying to squeeze my shoulder blades together. And this is an active stretch here. Get it from the side. Now, there's only one bad thing about this routine is if you don't do it, you're not going to get the effects. Okay, so I know a lot of people just like to watch videos, but this is a routine that you want to actually be active in. So please do this with me. Don't just watch me do it. Don't just laugh at me. All right, I'm going to do about 3 more. So I'm really pulling those shoulders back. And here, I'll just hold for a second and release, and then shake it out. All right, from here, we'll go right back into the doorway stretch. So again, palms facing, towards the camera. Take your hands out here and then walk forward, pull the shoulders back, and we'll just hold again for 30 seconds. Head held high, and that's another key, head held high. A lot of times we're looking down all day, particularly at our phones. We want to keep our head high. And take nice, deep, solid breaths. You can even close your eyes. Again, please do it. Don't just watch me do it. Don't say you're going to do it later. Later is never going to come. Let's go one more stretch. And shake it out. All right, from here, we'll go right into a pec stretch. So I'm going to step back, arms at 90 degrees, hold the doorway, and all I'm going to do is lean forward. Again, lift up the chest, lift the head, and breathe. And again, we'll hold for about 30 seconds. Now, me personally, I can already start to feel like I'm starting to ground myself a little. I'm starting to slow down too, hopefully, when I'm talking. Again, keep your head held high. I have a tendency to look down a lot. And me, I'm starting to get a little shaky. Let's go one more breath. And good, shake it out. Just bounce a little. All right, from here, I go right back into that doorway stretch. So same thing. So just walk through, shoulders back, head held high, and hold. And this is actually starting to feel really, really good. The stretch is not as intense, so maybe I'll go a little deeper, walk a little bit more forward. Again, maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds, no particular time. You can even just hold this stretch for 2 minutes. Let's go 2 more breaths. Again, shake it out. All right, from here, we'll grab our stick. And I got my Swifter here. And what you're going to do is take it in one hand, have it fall back a little bit, take your arm out to 90 degrees. And then what I'm going to do with the opposite hand is take it down here. And I'm thinking about pulling this hand back. So I'm here, pulling down slight, and you should feel a nice stretch in a muscle in your armpit. It's called the subscapularis. You should feel this in your pecs. And again, taking nice deep breaths. Taking that shoulder into external rotation. So remember, you're pulling here. So and you're pulling this hand back. And try to relax. Now this stretch is a bit intense for me. I'll change the angle if you want. So really pulling this back. And be nice and gentle with it. Doesn't have to be too deep. Again, I'm feeling this in my lat muscle, my pecs, muscle in my armpit called the subscapularis. Really opening up that shoulder. I'll take one more breath here. And then from here, just switch sides. So same thing, grab here, arm at 90 degrees, pull this down, and open up that shoulder. And remember, be gentle with it. Taking that shoulder into external rotation. Make sure we're breathing. Again, hold for about 30, 45, 60 seconds. Whatever feels good. I'll go 3 more breaths. Let's go one more. Good. All right, we'll put this down. And the last and final stretch, we'll go right back to that doorway stretch. So again, palms facing forward, shoulders back, walk forward, lift the head. And I don't really feel the stretch, so I'll walk a little further, lift up, and I'm starting to feel it. You could also increase the stretch by thinking about squeezing your triceps. Nice deep breaths. Now me, I'm starting to feel like a tingling sensation in my head. Maybe some dopamine's being released, some serotonin. I don't know if that's true, I might just be saying it. But I definitely feel like I'm slowing down a little bit. More relaxed. And I'll go 2 more breaths. One more. I'm gonna shake it out again. Now, I know if you followed along, you definitely feel more relaxed. You definitely feel, if you was anxious, less anxious. Maybe more confident, maybe a little bit more energized. But the only way you would know is if you actually did it. So please do it. Please give this a try. You could literally do this in your office. You could do this anywhere. You just need a doorway and a stick. So that's all I'm asking. Please give this a try. Watch the TED Talk by Amy Cuddy. You'll be shocked. Like I said earlier, that video was a complete game changer for me. And you'll be shocked at how much better you actually feel when you start to adopt some of this power posing theory. All right, so hopefully you found this video helpful. Please subscribe, please like, please comment, please give me feedback. And until next time, peace.